everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Lisa Copeland. Lisa is a dating coach, and she has a mission in life to help women over 50 to find love in their life and to find a quality man. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, Margaret. Thanks for having me.
I love having you on here because number one, you're always so amazingly positive and upbeat. And number two, you are a wealth of knowledge about online and senior dating.
Thank you.
Now, you're welcome. Now, the thing about senior dating, though, is there are a lot of agencies and consultants out there who are doing all kinds of things with dating to help women, who haven't been in the scene for a while. And as a dating coach, I wanted to ask you really what you do, what you do as a dating coach, what women should be looking for in a person like you to help them get started. So what do you do as a dating coach?
What do I do? Well, First of all, I help women find a love of themselves. That is the real foundation of going anywhere, because without that, you can't attract what you want. The biggest thing about dating coaches, you can get tools and skills. You can read about them. I write about them all the time. Yeah. What I do is I help you go deeper. We get into limiting beliefs. I keep you motivated. I help you get rid of the stories that are holding you back, keep you focused, keep you accountable to your goals. Because what I find is women go on telesummits and gather a ton of information. And what happens to it? It goes up in the closet with the rest of the notebooks, or it gets buried somewhere. Right. And it doesn't get used. The thing that when you work with a dating coach and you want to resonate with a dating coach, someone is right for you. Right. It may be me, it may be someone else. When you work with a dating coach, you do want someone to teach you how to do it, because there's a big difference from having me help you write a text to let a guy down versus you trying to figure it out from my blog. And I think the support, when I was dating, I just had nowhere to turn to for support. It's one of the reasons I became a coach, because once I figured it out, I knew what to do. But when I work with clients, they really have 24/7 email access to me during the period we're working together, because I don't want a woman to have to suffer and worry about why did this happen. I want her to get an answer quickly so that she can get peace of mind. So it's really about the support.
Yeah. So when a woman approaches a dating coach like you, what are the first kinds of questions that you ask to get through that first layer of defense and lack of confidence and all those good things? What do you do?
What do I ask?
What questions do you ask? Yeah.
When they come to me to see if they want to work with me?
Well, when someone's decided they want to go back into the dating scene and that they haven't got the skills to do it by themselves, and they discover Lisa and they come to your website, they read your blogs and see, well, this person's got the right attitude. You talk to them on the phone, but how do you get through that first layer of defensiveness? What kind of questions do you ask?
Well, since I've been doing this a while, and I'm also very empathic, I can key into people and what is really going on. I always want to find out what their dream is, because your dream is why you're coming to me in the first place. Yeah. And I need to hear your dream and what's involved with that, what that feels like to you, because when you think about what's it feel like to be in a love relationship, it's really important, because that's the place you need to keep in your heart and in your head when you're out there frustrated and want to quit. And a lot of women that do it on their own get frustrated and want to quit because they don't know a next step. Yeah. So that's the first place I go with them. The second place is I'll ask you what your challenges are, because I need to know where you are, on your journey, and what the problems are that you're facing, because that will make a big difference in how I think we should work together. Because you may need a little help, you may need a VIP day to really just jumpstart you, or you really may need 6 to 12 months of coaching. And that's not straight coaching. A lot of that is support. Right. And you learn a lot during that time. Most women end up working with me, they start at 6 months, but I allow them to use it up to 12 months. Mm-hmm. And the 24/7 email and their support calls, they can use up to 12 months, because sometimes you need to take breaks from dating.
Yes.
And so it also helps them stay motivated to be out there dating. We need to be continually motivated and inspired to go after our dreams and to continue to visualize what we want. I love the American basketball player LeBron James, who is an icon. And if you listen to him talk about playing basketball, and I'm not the biggest sports fan, so for this to catch me was a big deal. And he talks about how he got in touch with his dream and how he visualizes his dream every day. And then he has coaches to help him achieve that dream. And he is like one of the world's best ever basketball players. And that's how it is with dating. You need someone to help you keep your dream at a top priority, because otherwise we'll drop the priority of it and we'll give up.
Yeah. I think that's a really valuable distinction to make, though, when you're looking for a dating coach, is that a lot of dating coaches will go straight to getting you a date or getting you to the point where you know how to play a little game to get someone interested. But what you do, and I mean, other dating coaches obviously like you do, is try to get to the heart of the person first. Number one, like you said, be empathetic, and to who they are, and then to look at their challenges, and then to look at, what they are, what their dream is, what they really want from life. And so once you've done that, then you can talk about flirting or dating.
And you really have to, what you really have to do is you really have to uncover those blocks.
Yes.
Because our blocks, our limiting beliefs are what really hold us back. It's not really the guys who aren't contacting you online. Yeah. It is your own blocks and beliefs that hold you back. And I love doing this deeper work with women. It's on a very spiritual level. And when I have times where I hang up the phone or some I FaceTime or Skype with, I go, yes, this is why I do this, because you can't do anything with those tools or skills until you really work on yourself and come to the dating table with confidence and some of those blocks and beliefs moved aside, or an awareness of them.
And feel that you're worthy of that love that you're seeking. I think it's really easy to just sort of want to be accepted or to be chosen like by someone on a dating site. But if you don't feel worthy, you're going to always be on the defensive. And are there some typical things that you find are blocks all the time? Is this something happens frequently?
One of them is dating the same type of man over and over again.
Yes.
And it's not working. Yeah. And the reason we do that, it has to do with, we actually date men to heal pieces of ourselves. Yeah. A big thing that most women, a lot of my clients have come up with, they date men that are emotionally unavailable. And it's usually because they had a parent that was emotionally unavailable, and they're just using that to heal by having a relationship. Falling in love is one thing. It's hormonal. Getting into and why so much disconnect happens when the relationship is forming is because you're working on those same issues you were working on as a child and you had to overcome. I had to do that in my own life too, so that I would stop being so attracted to my type, who, if he was good for me, I would still be with. It's not. It's
almost like, though, you have to deal with a lot of psychology here too. I mean, it's dating is where you expose yourself to another person. So if you haven't, like you said, come to grips with, that good girl syndrome or that feeling not good enough syndrome, you can't make a jump over it. You have to go deep in it, and then you can come through it with open heart.
That's right. It's more than putting your profile online. It's really getting into this love of yourself. And the deeper work I do with women all the time is so that they can love themselves, feel worthy, and feel their own value, to feel empowered to have a relationship. And men feel that. The number one quality men love is a woman who is confident and feels good about herself, not in a narcissistic, egotistical way, but in a grounded sort of way where she comes across as feeling like she's amazing and he wants to be around her.
Yeah. No, I think that women in our community would agree with that 100%. I mean, I think a lot of women take, they come to a fork in the road kind of in their 50s and 60s, where all their friendships that were contextual, around their children or about work or whatever, and then it's just like, I'm going to just go back in my little cave and kind of stay safe and quiet and, done that, been there. Or they think, wow, I'm 60 years old and I've got choices. I've got, I'm in good health. I'm eager to live life, and why not find someone to have fun with?
Right.
But that, like you said, involves sometimes working with a coach who helps you to let that other stuff go, like that movie, let it go.
Yes. Frozen.
Yeah, frozen. That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Inside of us.
Yeah. So that's really cool. So I guess what the reason I wanted to chat with you about this is that a lot of women, I think, could do with a Lisa, someone like you, a dating coach that's got qualities like that. And of course, I really enjoy you and I love what you do, but there are plenty of dating coaches who embody the qualities you've talked about. And I think that's what's most important, is that you look for a dating coach or an agency, if you're into that level of dating, that that is ready to listen and in the longer term for you,
Yes, that's what it is.
You
need to resonate with them, and you need to feel like they can show you the path to staying motivated, inspired, focused, and healing. A lot of it is about healing.
Yeah.
It really is, because our stuff comes up in relationships. Think about relationships you were in, in the past. Your stuff came up, and it just needs to be healed.
Now, Lisa, Lisa, do you continue with people after they start dating? I mean, do you stay with them?
Yeah. Yes. They do come back because they actually need help with the men that they're with, and to stay in that positive mode with men. And I've had women stay with me and they'll say to me, I'm glad that I kept working with you because it really made my relationship stronger and better. And also, it's about staying in touch with your own feelings and the challenges that come up based on what you haven't healed. But I do want to say, you do not have to be perfect to date. It is a journey. And the real goal in many ways is to find someone that you can grow with, and so that you could spiritually and emotionally and mentally grow with together. Because if you're on that path of growth and you get with someone that's stagnant, it's not going to feel good to you.
Yeah. So my recording here, my speaker is doing something weird. Okay. I don't know what's happening. All I was going to say is that, the thing to look for in a dating coach is everything you've talked about in terms of, someone who stick with you through the whole process, who gets to know you first, who takes an empathetic view to your life in its totality, not just, today I'm going to start dating again. And I would encourage people to go up to Lisa's site, findaqualityman.com, and check it out and see what you do. You do some teleseminars yourself, could you tell us a bit about what you do to introduce yourself to people?
Yeah, I do. If you go to the bottom of my site, you will find one of a 7-day dating challenge. Mm-hmm. And it's a fun thing to do. Sign up for it and you'll get great tips. That one is about the dating tools and skills, because doing the deeper work I do with one-on-one clients, because you cannot do that in a blog, or a challenge, but that is right at the bottom of my site. And it's really just a lot of fun tips for dating and how to get the guy.
I like it. Well, listen, I've really enjoyed talking to you. I've got lots of good ideas. I wish I had a pen here. I could be making notes as we go. No, you're fantastic. Thank you so much for being here, Lisa. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our 60andMe YouTube channel and also visit our website. We are a strong and dynamic community of women over 60. We're challenging aging stereotypes, and every day we share fascinating stories, interesting questions, and great conversation.